Zombie apocalypse.
Hey guys, Generation here. So we've got that old Generation stamp of double charm coming in. We're in 50 Master League and we got Giratina double charm. I know it's a novel idea. Y'all probably never heard of it. I just came up with it myself. I don't think it's ever been thought of before. But the best part about running this team is people think they've escaped your Ultra League just to come into Master League and see Ultra League. It's like back when XLs first started and people were like, oh my goodness, Ultra League's just Great League now. Well, guess what? Master League is just Ultra League now. So anyway, yeah, so the idea of the team, of course, as you guys know, with any ABB team, is to draw out the counter that your opponent might have to your sweepers, which are your charm dealers. Oftentimes you end up winning when your opponent has 2 shields, which is fantastic. This is about to get real dirty here in this game. We're gonna Ancient Power, and going up against Charm wasn't bad enough. Going up against Boosted Charm is even more degenerate. So anyway, so if any of y'all out there are playing 50 Master League, this is the way to do it. For any of you that aren't, this is a pretty funny video, so I hope you guys can just watch, enjoy it, subscribe or something, hit that like button, smash that like button. What does Jake Paul say? I don't know, whatever. Like it, don't like it, whatever. So yeah, so this is what you do. You draw out the answer that they might have in the back to your Charmer, and then you use your Charmer to sweep. And now we have Kyogre into a Giratina, which of course is an automatic win for us. So alright, going into the next game. Of course we did tank Elo so that I could actually make a video without you guys having to sit through a bunch of queue times. So here we are. Anyway, I still did have to cut out a bunch of the wait time because the queues are still dumb because it is 50 Masters. But anyway, so basically, like, even with like a Dialga lead, right? Like, Togekiss isn't the best answer to Dialga, as people who play Master League know, but you actually can win it in the 2 shield if you do want to give up 2 shields. Or you can just throw a flamethrower and you can at least get a shield back. It depends on how bad you want to carry over the energy on the old Togekiss matchup. He does swap out though, so this kind of gives us an opportunity to take out this Lugia. We would rather have the Giratina on the Lugia, but I mean, you know, it is what it is. Still gonna be a pretty tight matchup here. But anyway, yeah, so as you guys know, I was trying to get to it before. ABB, you're drawing out the weakness to what you have in the back. In this case, it's Charm, right? So we were trying to draw out another Steel type that they might have in the back. And currently, it doesn't look like they have another Steel type in the back because they did bring in Lugia. Now, if you guys want to know why I built this team because I absolutely hate Zacian. And all 3 of the Pokemon on this team can beat Zacian. Replacements. And does this team work in Open Masters? Yes, it does. It does work in regular Masters, in the Master Classic, right? The level 40 league. Giratina Double Charm does work in that league. Just once again, it works in Open Ultra as well. It's just an obnoxious team. It will work. And look how tanky that little Sylveon is, guys. Don't be thrown off by its like 3,500 CP. It's 3,490 or whatever it's at. This is the Hundo, of course. The Togekiss is a Hundo. Giratina is not a Hundo because I maxed out both forms of Giratina, and I haven't gotten a single Giratina Hundo of either form. So I just had to go with whatever I had, and it was either like a 98 or this 96 shiny I had. So 96 shiny it is. Basically the mechanics that you guys do see in this game, you can also use in your Classic Master League battles. Look at that. We just eat up that Earthquake, guys. So this man's has a Groudon in 50 Masters. That's insane. So that just means on GoFest, this guy did nothing but raid Groudon. And I don't blame him. If I had a Groudon, I'd be using that team as well. I do have another team that y'all can try out if you want. The team is Dialga in the lead with Yveltal and Giratina Origin in the back. It's a little weak to Charm, but that's why you have Dialga up front. Because even if it is a Togekiss and they do decide to double shield you, you still have your Origin Giratina to take out the remaining health on the Togekiss with a Shadow Ball. And an Yveltal sweep, because an Yveltal, when your opponent has shields down, is just a really good Pokemon. But that's not why we're here today. We're here to laugh at Double Charm in Master League. So as you can see, nothing too exciting. Everybody who's watched Classic Master League in the past knows exactly what's going to happen when you have an altered against a Groudon. Just a good end game for us there. So we'll move on into the next game. Once again, guys, these were my first games after tanking so I wouldn't have queue times. And as you can see by the skips, we had really long queue times. So I advise against 50 Masters until more people get level 50 Pokemon, I guess. Dialga out. Of course, we swap into our Charmer. It's the same old song and dance, folks. If you've played one Double Charm team, you've played them all. If you've played one Double Charm game, you have played them all. But, yeah, we're in it for the lulz. So, out comes the Iron Head from the Dialga. Out comes a Kyogre. So here we are again with people safe swapping in a Kyogre against the Togekiss. Now, Togekiss is just gonna do so much damage to Kyogre. That's the thing. Like, there's so much damage that's gonna be dealt out to this Pokemon before it can even have a chance of getting us down, right? Like, look, we're actually out damaging the Kyogre. It's forced to throw here, so we know it's not gonna get to a Blizzard against our Giratina. So there's no need to panic and like shield whatever they throw next. So we can just safely come in and farm down here, and I think that's exactly what we're gonna do. And the best part about an ABB team, folks, is that when they do bring in something like a Kyogre, that kind of tells you about what they have in back, right? If that's their best answer to your Charmer, then they're kind of in trouble because you still have your Sylveon in the bag. So clearly we're not going to shield that Surf. It does 0 damage to our bulky boy level 50 Giratina. They come back in with Dialga, and out we come with the second Charmer. Surprise. Got another Charmer here. Wild, right? It's wild. So we're going to go ahead and just take the damage here. Should be a Stone Edge or a Superpower. Probably Stone Edge, yeah. Now, this thing does learn Superpower too, so it can kind of spam moves pretty quick. I don't know why I ended up throwing this. I don't think we really needed to in this case. Either way, it's gonna be a tough game. We just kind of need to get this Sylveon out of this matchup as soon as we can. He can throw another Stone Edge here, which we can shield. But he throws a Superpower, so he has back-to-back Superpowers now, which is kind of crazy for us. Kind of puts us in a tough spot, but once again, it's okay because we can swap right out afterwards. So there's the Superpower. We have a little bit of health left on the Sylveon. We're going to get right out of there before we get farmed down, go into Giratina, throw our first Dragon Claw. Now, by throwing our second Dragon Claw, we're going to be putting him into a range where he's going to feel threatened and forced to throw. Comes the second one, we'll get the shield with it. And look at that damage we're doing with the Shadow Claws. Even though you're really defense weighted with Giratina altered, you still chunk because Shadow Claw is just such a good move, right? It's just such a good move anyway. So here we go. We should be throwing his Iron Head here before we get to a move. So down goes the Giratina, but we have a Charmer in back to finish off the rest of this Steel type. And he just Dracos. He BM Draco'd us. I definitely approve of that. Good game to our opponent there. Good game to our opponent. So once again, guys, if you don't see a Steel type swapped into your Charmer, you're probably going to win that game. Because you can either A-flip swap if you really have to, or if there's a Steel in the lead, you're pretty much just staying in with Giratina. So That's kind of a dead giveaway for the team. If you're ever up against a Giratina Altered and you have a Steel-type lead and they are staying in, expect that they probably have a Fairy in the back. The same can be said about an Origin lead, but most of the time when I see Origin leads, they usually have 2 Steel types in the back. Alright, so a Dragon, that's fine. Let's see what they have as a counter to Fairy. And it is a Melmetal, so this is going to be a tough game already, right? We already know it's going to be a tough game if they have a Melmetal coming out already. That's the thing about like what I was talking about with the Origin. With an Origin lead, most of the time, you're just going to see 2 Steels in the back, right? And same thing with Garchomp. They love to run 2 Steels in the back. We were able to get a shield though, which is great. Looks like a nice shiny Melmetal here. Goes out the Rock Slide, that's fine. No big deal. We just continue to lay on that thick charm damage. He's going to throw again instead of farming us down. That's definitely a decision. It's a decision that he's made. Down goes our Charmer. Once again, the Steel type is out. We don't want it to escape, so we don't care about Switch Clock. We just come right out into our Giratina, and we're just going to start lobbing off our moves as soon as we get them. Of course, the Dragon Claw will be resisted, so we're just throwing off these Shadow Sneaks. Out goes the first Shadow Sneak. Now this will put him in a range where he knows he's going to get farmed down, so we'll see if he decides to swap out or not. That can oftentimes dictate whether or not you're going to win against a team that has Steel in the back. Let's see here. Throwing off more Rock Slides, trying to get chip damage, totally understandable, but we are going to be able to farm him down here, which is beautiful. So much energy on our Giratina. And as you guys know who have played against Giratina, either in Classic Master or Open Ultra, a Giratina loaded with energy is just so dangerous. Okay, out he comes, and it's a Gyarados. So we're actually looking pretty good here. There's not too much he can do when he's down a shield like this and we have so much energy stored up. I mean, our Charmer can pretty much just sweep from here. Okay, throw out the Psyshock. Let's see if we get a shield. And we do not. He decides to not shield, so he's going to bring out his Garchomp here, which is fine. We still have 2 shields and a Charmer. And he's got a Dragon Breath user and a Dragon. Sand Tomb comes out. We do not shield. We have no respect for the Garchomp. Now we'll start shielding. I mean, to be honest, we really don't even need to shield right here because it's just another Sand Tomb. It's not an Earth Power. Okay, out goes the Psyshock. This will be his last shield, which is kind of nice. He goes down, and that's going to be it, folks. Come in with the Giratina, and we were just loaded up with Dragon Claws. All that energy from Melmetal. Yeah, I don't know why he shielded there, but I'm just going to go ahead and loft off 2 of these Dragon Claws. And there we go. That's it. Another win in the books for Giratina. Double charm. It almost feels bad. I almost feel bad like running these teams, but I don't really care. It's end of season. We're just having a little bit of fun. You guys are here for the show. So here it is. You guys know exactly what you're going to get on this channel. I really do want all of the people who follow me to hit Legend. I do care about whether you guys hit Legend. And so that's why, I mean, I give you guys teams that you will hit Legend with, right? Okay. So a Mewtwo, I like to play this very specifically. I always shield the first one, and they usually bait with Psy Strike, and then I'll catch the Shadow Ball on one of my Charmers. So he didn't shield here, so let's see what he does. Let's see what he decides to do. So he's at 7. You have to respect the Shadow Ball, but he does go for the Psy Strike bait. So I'm going to wait 5 Psycho Cuts, and I'm going to catch the Shadow Ball on my Charmer. Okay, throw this off, and it should be 2 more Psycho Cuts, I believe, which will give us a little bit of energy, and we should get the shield here as well. There's the shield, so 1, 2, there it is. And we snuck in the charm too, so that Mewtwo is as good as dead. It's going to be energy dry, and it dumped its Shadow Ball into Togekiss, which is beautiful. So we have our Charmer out there. And he has a Steel type in the back. So it's a really good thing that we preserve the health on our Giratina here. I'm gonna have to let the old Togekiss go down here. And that's kind of fine. You know, Togekiss has to go bye-bye. And in comes the Giratina. We were able to sneak in a Shadow Claw there, though, and that's really important. All the Shadow Claws you can get in are super important, again, especially against people who are using moves like Mud Shot, where they're just generating energy so fast. Okay, out goes the Shadow Sneak. Okay, he does not shield it, so that's interesting. That last Shadow Claw that went through should kill. If not, it should be one more. Just gonna let this go through. Out comes the Drill Run. Okay, and the Excadrill goes down. So let's see what he decides to bring out now. Decides to bring out a Lugia. So we're gonna get a little bit of chip damage on the Lugia here. Okay, out goes the Shadow Sneak. Little chip damage goes in there. Then in comes Sylveon. Surprise, here's another Charmer, basically. Now, in this one shield matchup, their condition for winning is to land the Aeroblast, so they have to bait with a Sky Attack. So he threw right away again, so I know that is not an Aeroblast. He's just spamming Sky Attacks here. So we're just going to let that through. He's not even threatening the Aeroblast here. So that gives us an opportunity to farm. Now we can shield to save Sylveon, and then we can just start doing our thing here with Sylveon. Taking care of the rest of this Lugia. We do throw before the Dragon Tail comes in. So out goes the first Psyshock. Gonna farm down. He tried to catch here, I think, but he just gave us more farm. So because of that one maneuver, we're gonna go for the BM Moonblast to take out the Lugia. Oh, what a way to end this video. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I love y'all. If you have any questions on the team or need some team building help for whatever cup, let me know. I'll see you guys in Discord or on Twitter. And that's all. Love y'all. Generation out.